Imagine waking up one day and realizing that fear of failure has kept you from living the life you truly want. What would you do differently? Here's the truth. We often ignore. Playing it safe can feel comfortable, but it rarely leads to greatness. Think about it. Every breakthrough, every big achievement, every life-changing moment starts the same way, with a risk. Now let me ask you this. What's scarier, taking a risk and failing, or staying exactly where you are forever? You see, most people stay in their comfort zones because it feels safe. It's predictable, familiar, and comfortable. But let's be honest, comfort zones are not where growth happens. Take a moment to think about the people you admire the most, whether they're entrepreneurs, artists, leaders, or even someone you know personally. What do they all have in common? At some point, they took a risk that others wouldn't. Let me share another story. There's a guy named Mike. He worked a steady 9-to-5 job for years. He was good at it, but never passionate about it. His dream? To become a chef and open his own restaurant. Everyone around him said it was crazy. They told him it was too competitive, too uncertain, too risky. But here's what Mike did. Instead of quitting his job immediately, he started small. He began cooking in his free time and posting recipes online. Eventually, his passion grew into a side hustle, and that side hustle became a full-time career. Today, Mike owns a successful restaurant and loves what he does every single day. What if Mike had let the fear of risk stop him? He'd probably still be at that 9-to-5 wondering, what if? And this isn't just about career risks. Think about personal risks. Maybe you've avoided opening up to someone because you're afraid of rejection. Or maybe you've stayed quiet about an idea because you were scared of being judged. But here's the thing. Taking risks isn't just about achieving success. It's also about discovering who you are, what you're capable of, and how resilient you can be. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear isn't the enemy. It's a signal. It's your brain trying to protect you, saying, "Hey, this could be dangerous." But here's the truth. Most of the risks we face in life aren't life-threatening. They're not about survival. They're about stepping into something new and unknown. And that unknown is where the magic happens. Here's an example. Think about learning to ride a bike. The first time you tried, it probably felt terrifying. You wobbled, fell, maybe even scraped your knees. But you got back on because you knew the reward was worth it. That's how life works too. The wobbles and falls are part of the process. Now, let's break down the idea of risk. People often think risks are all or nothing, like jumping off a cliff. But they don't have to be. Risks can be calculated, strategic, and even small. For example, want to start a business? Begin by doing research or launching a simple side project. Want to improve your social life? Start by attending one event or reaching out to one person. Want to learn a new skill? Take the first step by signing up for a class. Small steps may not feel like much, but they build momentum. And once you take that first step, the second one becomes easier. Think about this. Every time you avoid a risk, you're reinforcing the idea that it's better to stay where you are. But every time you take a risk, no matter how small, you're teaching yourself that growth is possible. Let's go deeper. Have you ever heard the phrase, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take"? It's true. The biggest regret people have at the end of their lives isn't about the things they tried and failed at. It's about the things they never tried at all. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if this works?" Because here's the thing. Even if it doesn't work out the way you hoped, you'll still be better off than if you never tried. You'll have gained experience, confidence, and the knowledge that you were brave enough to go for it. So what about you? What's that one thing you've been avoiding? Maybe it's a big dream, or maybe it's something small but meaningful. Whatever it is, I challenge you to look past the fear and take the first step. Now it's your turn. Take 30 seconds right now to think about a risk you've been avoiding. Write it down. Then, commit to taking one small action toward it today. Whether it's making a call, doing research, or just starting. If this message inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below with the risks you're ready to take. And don't forget to subscribe for more content to help you step into the life you've always wanted. Remember, courage isn't about being fearless. It's about taking action despite the fear. The life you dream of is just one risk away. So don't wait. Take the leap.